It's going to be a fun night tonight. I know it's going to be a fun night, and I thank you so much for locking in with me. It's the Quiet Storm, baby, and it is always a pleasure, as I always say, to be welcoming dear friends. Now, this guy, man, I've known him when he was singing with his sister initially, but then
Ooh.
it went from there to him not wearing shoes when he gave you that album in 1996. Well, he's wearing shoes. He's wearing a lot of shoes. Matter of fact, he has so many shoes these days, ladies and gentlemen. He don't know which pair to wear every morning. But it's a pleasure to be
I got a
welcoming.
whole nother house for my shoes now.
I know you do, brother. I know. Look,
Oh no.
Grammy nominated singer, songwriter, producer. He's an amazing cat. He's a super dad, a wonderful husband.
I
And
make incredible greens, collard greens, man.
now,
Come
see,
on, man.
he already knows that that's a weakness for me because he knows I'm still trying to perfect my collard green game. But Milwaukee, I know you're locking in tonight. So shout out to everybody on Jam at 98.3. We have him,
Milwaukee, what's up?
Milwaukee's very own, by way of Hollywood these days. Eric
Talk
Benet,
about
what's up, baby?
man, what's going on, Mr. Green? Mr. Green,
Good to see you,
synonymous
man.
with synonymous with your bank account, man. That's what's up.
You could always tell a side step, ladies and gentlemen. Now he's doing this wonderful film that we're gonna check him out this weekend on Lifetime. But you've been doing so many other things, man. I just want to know first
Yeah,
and foremost, before we get into the business at hand, how are you feeling? How is the family? How's life?
life is wonderful, man. The family is doing incredibly well. I couldn't be more grateful for all the blessings that are just raining down on me. And you know how it is in life, man. The more you give thanks and gratitude, it just seems like the more that comes, and the more that you try to, just live in this space of gratitude and peace. It's
Yeah,
it continues to flow. So that's where I am right now. Thanks for asking. I'm good, man.
good, good. That's important. Outside of everything
Hmm.
else, business is business and careers are careers, but the well-being of each other
Come
has
on,
to
man.
come into conversation as well. You
That's
know,
right.
I'm so happy you had an opportunity, a golden, a blessed, we'll use that word, opportunity to meet a phenomenal man of God who I've had on many occasions on the Quiet Storm. I'm talking about Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Yeah,
And I
man.
know he's been on, he's on this wonderful mission in getting information and messages out there on many different levels. And this coming weekend, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Benet is a part of a production that Bishop T.D. Jakes is behind. And I want you to bring us up to date, man, and tell everyone the great news of where they can see you on Lifetime this weekend.
You got to come check it out on the Lifetime Network this Saturday, prime time. I probably should have the times like in front of my face,
Oh, I
but I
got the
can't put.
times. I'm running it down.
Oh, look, Lenny Green.
8 p.m., 8 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, just so you know.
Yeah, and it's an incredible project, man. And I was fortunate enough to have a conversation with Bishop T.D. Jakes about the motivation and what he's trying to do with this seven deadly sins. Not trying to do, but is very successfully doing. Um, and I was so honored to be a part of it because I've generally shied away from like heavily religious based stories or religious based movies. I've partly because I consider myself. I know it sounds like a cliche these days. People say this a lot, but it really is me. I consider myself way more spiritual
Mm,
than religious. And I just try to stay in a vibration of gratitude and love, and I try to project that to people, and not have some of those. If someone will tell you they are a certain religion, some people might have a tendency to have that. Oh, then I need to try to bring you over to like my philosophy or,
mm,
or my religious philosophy, and I'm very kind of anti that.
right.
But the beautiful thing about these um, these series of films that Bishop T.D. Jakes is doing is they don't and I've managed to view a few of them. I have not seen Greed,
Oh,
the one that I'm in. I haven't seen it yet, but
you haven't
I
seen it in its
saw
totality. Wow, that's deep.
have not, but I saw Wrath and I saw Envy, and those are two other installments of the Seven Deadly Sins films. And what I really enjoyed about those films is clearly the message was there, but they weren't beating the viewer over the head with um, this particular denomination or this particular religion is the way
Right.
to get to this place of enlightenment. And I really dug that. And so that's one aspect, and then the other aspect is just the cast is just phenomenal. Working
Yeah.
with Lisa Ray and working with Monique and Sean Robinson and the director Troy Scott. It was such an incredibly enjoyable experience. And anytime you're creating art and everyone is on the same vibration of let's let's all put our creativity into this to the fullest, but let's have fun doing it. Let's enjoy each other's space and energy and not stress and trip and that was very much the energy on the set. And I just had an incredible time making this film.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we want you to do is to check this brother out because he's, you know what, you and a lot of other folks are now really officially turning into the acting thing. But y'all been doing the acting the whole time with the videos, in my
Yeah,
opinion. So now it's
I
just full
I
length,
agree.
you know.
I agree.
So this
Yeah.
weekend on Lifetime, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, you can check brother Eric Benet, Lisa Ray McCoy, and this wonderful all-star studded cast in this deep, thought-provoking, nicely arranged, nicely written movie called, it's a Lifetime original movie too, I might add, called Greed. It's kind of deep. We're going to come back and
You
talk
talk
about his character.
you talking like you've seen it, man. I'm starting to get jealous. I think you saw
Well, you know what? I did say in the beginning, Bishop T.D. Jakes and I, we're good, right? We're good. I'm on good ground, my brother. Good ground. Something has got to be in the works. Now, unless Eric Benet has turned 360 degrees. Have you turned 300? You're going into acting totally? Oh, wow. So hold on. Something's going on. Something's going on. Tank told me he's retiring from music. He's focused on acting. Melissa Morgan, she's going, she's going into acting. Now you're telling me you're focused on acting as well now?
giving up acting and music. I'm going to start putting up aluminum siding on residential homes. That's my
No.
new business.
That's one thing
No,
you're not going to do. I
I
know
am
that.
not doing that. That would be funny. I don't even if I'm holding a hammer, I'm probably holding it the wrong way. No, man, it's like, what is it like? I don't think I could ever tire from the music. I shouldn't say that. Maybe there may come a time when I'm not a recording artist anymore, but music is always going to be in me. I'm always going to be writing it. It's always going to be some completely unrelated event, whether it's washing the dishes or driving the car. My
Hmm.
daughter may say something, and all of a sudden, a song will hit me. That will never, ever, ever go away.
That's the gift.
But let me tell you something. Muscratchers get sick of the music industry. I tell you that, man, because it's just like, I mean, it's like it's such a let's see, here we go. I'm gonna start sounding like an old man because Lenny, you know I am an old man at this point because I was born in 1922.
Well, I
But
was right behind you.
yeah,
1925.
19 yeah, there it is. So but there's almost like this there used to be like a reverence for the craft. There used to be a reverence for musicians, and it wasn't so let's just get a loop, just get a beat. They don't even call the tracks musical tracks anymore. They're just beats, and let's put a hook on it, some sound effects, and if there's enough turmoil going in the
Wow.
particular
Wow.
artist's life, then
Right.
you know So it's just like, I don't know, man. Um, there comes a time when you feel like, okay, there are other branches on my creative tree. Let me go hang on one of them other branches for a little while, you know. So when COVID hit, I was already, it had already been a few years of me being interested in screenwriting and script development, and because as you alluded to before the break, for musicians, especially for songwriters, I've always felt like I was right in my mind. All of my songs were like 3.5 minute movies. Like I had like the characters, I had
Right.
the climax of the
Yep.
movie, I had the narrative all in my head. Y'all never saw it,
But you had
but
the treatment. You had the treatment all laid out.
I,
Yeah.
I, I had the treatment in my head, so I thought, well, shoot, why don't I just like stretch one of those out and throw a couple more characters in, throw a couple more plot points? I think I might have a script. So I actually did that, and my very first script um, got picked up by the producer of the Bohemian Rhapsody film from a few years back, which was the Queen story,
Yep.
legendary rock group, and it won Oscars. It was a huge blockbuster. So my very first time at bat, he picked that script up, and we're actually shooting that movie in September.
Outstanding.
So so and I partnered with a writing buddy of mine, Devin Hampton, and we actually wrote a short film as well. We wrote a short film. It's kind of like a Twilight Zone thing. That short film got picked up by the AMC networks, and we start producing that television series, which they bought on their all black channel. We start shooting that in 2 weeks.
Look at
So
that.
it's yeah, so it's like, and of course in all of those ventures, I'm going to be writing music and music supervising, or specifically writing songs for scenes. So music is always going to be there. I think it's just going to be a more full um, statement creatively for me, where I'm able to flex all of my creative muscles and own it. Damn it,
Well,
own
you
it.
know what?
Uh,
Yeah, no, that's key. That's key, Eric. But I'm totally convinced that we are gifted with more than just one gift. So you're
Bro,
now tapping into other areas of your life where you may not have paid attention to, but now you're growing in them. And we'll see how this
love
walk
that you
goes
said
because
that.
you have three daughters that's coming along. So you don't know which way they're going to go, but something tells me between you and the missus and how you're molding these young ladies, they're going to be inspired to do something creatively. We know that. And whatever they decide to
I
do
love
is going
that
to
you
be
said
the
that.
great thing. But this coming Saturday, man, when we watch Greed on Lifetime, you played a certain character. Like, it's one thing to create the treatment in your mind and how you want things to go, but now you're being infused into a setting, into a storyline that you now have to adapt the character to. So, how interesting was it for you to get behind this character that you're portraying, Godfrey Anderson, aka I don't know if he's the Playboy. I don't know who is he.
Very, very good question. The entire process of, you read a script, and on Greed, I was hired as an actor. I did not write the story or produce it, but I'm very fortunate to that I was asked to act. And as you said, like, breathe life into this person who was just on the pages of a script, and that's always, for me, that's a therapeutic process, because you can read these words that this character is supposed to say. Okay, what is he doing in this scene, and then what is he doing in this scene? And if the actor is doing their job, um, look at me talking like I've been making I made
I'm
50
listening.
billion movies, but this is what I've learned. This is what I've learned, and this is what works for me. um, as you are trying to figure out, like, how do I say these lines? Like, how do I create this character? What works best for me is, I can't really be acting. I have to be that character, or
Right.
else it's going to come off like, oh, Eric Benet just saying some lines. So in other words, in every scene, I have to find something in my life or something in my spirit that that I've experienced or resonates with me in a profound way, so that while I am saying these words that I did not write, I am attaching real life experiences and real life emotions um, to what they are and where they're coming from, and in that way, it can sound believable.
Well,
Uh,
something tells me, and I didn't grow up with you in high school in Milwaukee, but something tells me before you became a committed man and before, as you were growing through life in your early 20s, you might be able to tap back. Because I know, we're all up there and getting seasoned in age, but something tells me you'll be able to tap back and remember those really early golden ages and times of your life that you poured into this character. Because I only seen, like I said, I only seen the trailer, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see it this Saturday on Lifetime, like you will. Greed, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds. But the trailer sells you, on any movie production. The
yeah,
trailer really sells you, and I'm sold, and I can't wait to see it because the scenes, the little clips that I saw of you, I'm like, oh, this cat,
yeah, he's that dude.
yeah, he's that dude.
That honey dripper dude. Where
He's,
he's so smooth. It's so even
but
when
you
he's lying, it sounds like it is coming from the most honest place. And you
But see,
know,
you've been doing that in your videos, man. Come on, let's. If we look
I
at
ain't
your
never
body,
did that, Lenny Green. When I be singing about femininity, I be meaning that stuff, man.
I want you to log in on Lifetime, 8 p.m. Saturday, 8 p.m. Saturday, 7 p.m.
Gotta see
Central.
this movie. I
Yeah,
ain't
you
seen
got to
it
see it.
yet, but I'm feeling like it's gonna be great.
You're feeding. Okay, well, if you're feeding like it's going to be great, it's got to
Yeah.
be great. Now, how creative? Shout out to Derek Williams, who was the executive producer.
Derek, my man, how could I not mention Derek? Derek was so instrumental in thinking, let's put Eric Benet's ass up in this movie. So
Oh,
I'm grateful, man. Derek and Sean, yeah, man. So I'm
yeah,
really
man.
grateful.
Yeah, well, evidently that you exercised the characteristics of what they saw in the look and felt that you can definitely deliver. And I'm sure you definitely delivered because it's definitely coming out this weekend. And greed, Eric, we look around the world these days, man. I don't know in your world, but in my world, I can see how greed has kind of taken over. We're living in the
Yeah.
book of Revelation, as
Woo,
quiet as it's kept.
you ain't
So
never lied, man.
so so this is so timely, and once again, kudos to Bishop T.D. Jakes for joining this production in association with his production to kind of manifest and make this happen. But I'm happy for you, man, that this turn of career change for you is definitely in the works, and you're seeing something unfold too. Now, only thing I ask of you,
Yeah.
just like Derek and Sean Son saw something in
Come on.
you, should you
Come
see
on.
something in Lenny Green, to be the radio guy,
Yeah.
cast me.
Man,
I'll audition.
I mean, I see Lenny Green, definitely the radio guy, but you like that smooth, like Yoda
Oh, I'm
of
Yoda.
well, let me put it this way, like a figurative Yoda when it like the master. That's what I mean by Yoda of like romance and like this is what you need to do. So maybe I need to
The
put you in a
OG.
movie yeah, you the OG. Maybe there's
Yeah,
some dude that really don't know how to connect the dots and he's trying to get this young lady's attention, but then the OG comes in. That's you, man, to give him like the Cyrano de Bergerac instruction
no
how
question.
to. You feel me on that?
I feel you 100%. And you know what? I'll even audition for that. Just tell me whenever you
I
come up
gotta
with that
audition
creative
for
thought.
that. That's you. That's you incarnate right there.
Well, brother, I'm liking the fact that you're connected with nature. I see your little videos. I don't mean to call them little in a demeaning way, but I see you put these little videos up on Facebook from time to time,
Yeah,
and you had
absolutely.
this falcon on
Yeah.
your hand, man. And then when you told the falcon to get off your hand, the
I'm like
falcon the
that
falcon left.
I ain't gonna lie, that Falcon, like we took our daughters to this place. Shoot, I can't remember the name of it, but it was awesome because they had this Falcon that would and my 10-year-old and my 7-year-old are so incredibly brave because I'm trying to think when I was 10 years old, a 7-year-old, and if I had a like 10-foot wingspan bird
Wow.
flying, trying to fly up on my arm, I might have freaked the hell out. But my daughters were just there smiling, like calling so it was a pretty amazing experience. Yeah.
I want to know how is the missus embracing your new admiration for acting? Because as an actor, Mr. Eric
Yeah.
Benet,
Yeah.
you have to transform, as you shared with us moments ago, into different characters.
Yeah.
So how's she taking it so far? Because this is going to be a step by step process, I think.
She's been great, man. She's, because it's like, as you can imagine, I'm just that kind of guy where, we touched on it a little before, where I knew like I was going to make a commitment to screenwriting and film and TV production and acting. And in order to do that, I kind of have to like free up some time
Mm,
on my other gig, which
yeah.
basically means you're gonna make a little bit of a sacrifice for a little while. And she's been amazing. She what you need, if you don't have anything else in life, if you got one person that's by your side that believes in you,
Yeah.
then you can do anything.
No, this is
And
true.
so she just she was, and she knows me. Like I'm that kind of personality. Where I ain't gonna lie, man. If I woke up tomorrow and I decided I want to be the mayor of Los Angeles, I swear y'all will start seeing Eric Benet candidate mayoral candidate commercials, and I'd be in the lead like a mud scratcher.
I know that's
But
right.
but that's just kind of, I don't know how I do it, but if I decide I want to do something, it's gonna happen. So I just I told her, I was like, yo, this is what's up. Like I'm gonna put some of these ideas down for movies and film and TV, and I don't know how, but I'm gonna make it happen. So now I've got I got a movie coming out this Saturday, Greed. You got to watch it. I got a film that I co-wrote, I'm producing, and I'm starring in, and I'm writing the music for, that we're
Wow.
filming in September. And I have another television show that I co-created, writing, starring in, and so it's like I'm doing it, and I gotta give it up to my wife. I gotta give it up to my siblings, and everybody in my family, really, because they know that about me. They know like I can pretty much do what I set my mind out to do, as long as I have the people that I love the most
Supporting you.
um, supporting me and saying, "I know you got this. Just go fly." And so it's beautiful.
Brother, you can't ask for a better gift and an opportunity. So,
Man, you ain't
I've
lying.
always admired and appreciated your gift of music, and I'm sure I'm going to appreciate the gift of this next level that you're taking us all to.
Thank you, man.
So, I wish you continued success on this. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is
Hey,
a
before you get it, I just got to talk. I just got to tell people how much I love Lenny Green, because you touched on it briefly, but you can't just like glisten, glaze. What's the word I'm trying to say? Anyway, we
glaze
gotta
over.
spend glaze over it. We gotta spend at least 30 seconds on the fact that when Eric Benet first came out, ain't nobody know who Eric Benet was. Lenny Green was one of them people where, who is this barefoot Negro? Let me get him on my show. And you were one of the very few,
Mm.
like, huge nationally syndicated popular radio personalities that just championed me. So I just, you know, I just want to the OG.
Brother, we got a brotherhood. That's all, And I call myself. No one else calls me this. I call myself the Jackie Robinson of radio. So sometimes you got to steal a base, and when you steal a base, I believe in helping wherever I can help. God gave me this platform for a reason, and I'm going to do my little ways of trying to aid and help and support. So I'm thankful. Thank you for your friendship over the years. It's been always amazing. And it's always great when we get together and just chop it up and laugh it up, because it's never a dull moment when we link, for
Never,
sure.
never, ever, never, ever.
Eric Benet, ladies and gentlemen, this coming weekend, Lifetime, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. It's a wonderful production that's directed by, of course, Derek Williams, executive producer, but
I
also
think
Bishop T.D. Jakes is behind.
I think, now, I'm just correct you. Troy Scott directed it.
Ah,
Derek Williams is
executive
one
producer.
of the executive producers.
Right. Got it. Got it. No, thank you for that. Appreciate it. But we're going to be watching this cat. Once again, His name is Godfrey
Godfrey.
Anderson. Godfrey
Yeah.
Anderson. He doesn't even look like a Godfrey. So I know you had that alone had put you in a different mind space.
Yeah,
Godfrey.
man.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it, brother. I get it. Well, brother, can't wait to see you in action this weekend. And I know you're going to do your thing, knock him out the box. And you know, I'm always a telephone call away. Please give my regards to the family and still continue to stay safe and well.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir.